Thank you for tuning in to 702 Sports on the sideline with myself, Big Al, and JP.
Good to be back.
Yeah, JP is back
in
from
Vegas, baby.
Special assignment location for 3 weeks. And we have Seth that's here that's next to us.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Man, I am excited to be here, guys.
Thank you
Excited
for
to be
coming.
here, guys. Big day yesterday.
And we cannot leave out one leg Willie, who is here with all the promotions for the C.A.R.E Complex.
Volunteer and donate. That's what we're about here with Racing for Cause and 702 Sports. Yeah.
Way to go, Willie. Thank you for coming. So we are here at the C.A.R.E Complex at 200 Foremaster, right off of Main Street. We have 2 special guests that we'll be talking to later. That's Celia from M.S.B.N Church and Harvey from the C.A.R.E Complex. Stay tuned. Soon you'll be seeing them, as you can see them right there. And we are produced and created by Creation for Cause and proud supporters of Best Buddies, promoting inclusion and one-on-one friendships. And now we're going to the recap. The biggest recap of the year, because it's going over trade deadlines for the NFL. It's going over a trade that happened in the NBA. Somebody talk to me. Somebody talk to me. Seth, talk to me, because you've been waiting for this. Talk to me.
It's a new day in Vegas here. Everybody's clean house. If you're associated with the Patriots, you're gone. We knew this day was coming. And we knew this day.
Why's it got to be about the Patriots?
I mean, look at me.
This ain't got nothing to do with the Patriots, but it does have, in my opinion, it does have to do with what we knew was going to happen all along. It was just a matter of when. Josh McDaniels, where's he going to go next? Doesn't matter. Like, how did the Raiders think that he was going to be able to be an effective head coach?
Why did they give him a 6-year contract? That's the big question for me. 6 years was kind of crazy. 4 years was okay.
And actually, I was listening this morning, and they were saying some things about the Raiders that is not good. The Raiders have lost 92 more games than they've won since 2002.
Wow.
Since losing Super Bowl 37, and so they haven't been good really in the last 20 years, right? So it had to happen, right? Like
it had to happen.
Think about the Monday night game. If you watch the Monday night game?
Yep.
Well, look at other teams in Vegas. You have the Aces, back-to-back champions, Golden Knights, champions. And then you have the Raiders, who are just one of the worst teams in the NFL right now. And I think with this coaching change, it's going to be a big, big difference for them. Garoppolo's getting benched, and we saw the frustration with Devontae Adams. Josh Jacobs, frustrated.
And we talked about this, JP, right? How much we was waiting for Josh Jacobs to get his contract, right? And Devontae Adams almost skipped town. You know what I mean? Because he came there just because of who?
Carr,
right? And I was talking this over with my coworker yesterday. Carr is gone, so Adams is just on a string.
But I think that's the other string. And I'm glad you mentioned that. And I think that's the other thing. Pretty much, Adams came because of Carr, and McDaniels and Carr was never going to mix. So to hire McDaniels as a coach never made any sense. So, I mean, I think it's a good thing. It's for the future. I think the Raiders can only go up, hopefully up from here.
I see numbers.
You know, the Raiders our fan base deserves better than this.
I see numbers.
The city deserves better than this. The Raiders are historic. They're winners.
The thing about it that gets me is this, is that underneath Josh McDaniels, the 2 years, way under 500, fellas. 9-16. And guess what? In a business like the NFL, what have you shown me
lately?
Not
for long. NFL, not for long, man.
Not for long.
Not for long.
Any surprising trades yesterday?
The trade. First of all, I just want to do the one trade that really got me, is the Clippers. With my main man, Russell Westbrook, finally has a point guard, which is James Harden. Okay? James Harden just got traded from the Sixers, finally. He didn't want to be there, and now he's with the Clippers. They traded, in exchange to the Sixers, 3 veteran players and some draft picks. Nicholas Batum, good three-point shooter, right? Robert Covington, great role player off the bench. Right? And they got rid of Marcus Morris, who I met personally 2 years ago. Okay? And KJ Martin. young guy off the bench. Now, James Harden didn't play yesterday, but the Clippers are still winning. They only have one loss. And just wait, America, till he get into the rotation. Now you have a veteran point guard with Kawhi Leonard, with Paul George, right? As well as my main man, Russell Westbrook, right? MVP, Russell Westbrook, right? And tonight, they play the Lakers. And that's going to be a great game. Why are they a 7-point underdog? Please, America, tell me why.
I mean, we hear about a lot of teams having youth, and I think the Clippers are the opposite of that. I mean, what's the average age of a Clippers player today?
They've got 3 veteran players that are 34 years.
Veteran. That's a nice way of putting it. That's a nice way of putting it.
That's what it's saying. But
That's a nice way.
Who wins that game? The Lakers win?
I'm glad you were saying that. Tonight, as the Clippers is a 7-point dog.
Cha-ching.
Oh, I hope the Clippers win.
You taking the dog today, huh?
Taking the dog
like
with the Clippers. 7.5-point underdog, 1 loss with the ageless. I'm talking aging Lakers with LeBron James and Anthony Davis. They're good, but they ain't got no help. Not like the Clippers got help.
So how about NFL trades? What kind of stood out to you for NFL trades?
Nothing sexy stood out.
No.
But Seth, you said you had the hot one, right? The real hot take on the trade. America, check out Seth.
This is my message to the rest of the NFL. Stop giving good players to the Niners, please.
I don't know if they gave him, though. They got a 3rd-round pick.
They got a 3rd-round pick. I mean, this guy's still young, though. Chase Young, he's only, 24 years old. Still 5 sacks on the year, but as you said earlier, he's never played double digits in any season.
Yeah. But he's been injury-prone so far, but I like the move. I like them.
Him and Bosa back
sort
together?
of a Washington fan.
If he can't put up numbers and with that Niners defense, then
he's going to fit in. I think he'll do well there.
I mean, he's a physical specimen. I mean, he's only going to get better. The Niners are only going to get better. Their offense has been struggling, so might as well go heavy on defense. I like it. I like the trade for the Niners.
I mean, you're right. As an organization, you want to build from the defense because they already got Purdy, right? You know what I mean? They've already kind of locked in. To me, myself personally, Sam Darnold ain't cutting it. You know what I mean? So they're going to have to go ahead and get a quarterback this offseason. Niner Nation, you guys are strong on defense. You've been that's been your postmark for the last 4 years. One other trade I like to talk about, journeyman quarterback Joshua Dobbs, where he went to Tennessee. He's an SEC boy, right? Tennessee, you said he was with three teams already, right? As is, what were those teams?
He got traded from the Washington Commanders, went to the Cardinals. So the Commanders gave up the Cardinals gave up a 5th-round pick to get him this year. Then he got traded to the Vikings for a 6th-round pick. And he's a good quarterback. But this tells me the Vikings are not giving up on their season. They're definitely not giving up on their season. And I think this works out well for the Vikings, and I think the Cardinals they're selling everybody.
And I want to mention one other trade that we talked about that maybe a little bit underneath the radar is that the Eagles added all-pro safety Kevin Bird.
Right.
I hope I'm not pronouncing his last name wrong.
Right.
That's
Safety
another
Kevin
team
Bird.
that just keeps getting good players. Like, why do these teams keep giving the Eagles studs for nothing?
But guess what? Cash money, Julio Jones.
Yes.
Julio,
He needs that ring.
all-pro wide receiver, scored a touchdown. Guy's been in the league for about 10 years, right? Played with the Dirty Birds, came on with the Falcons, right? And now he's with the Eagles. That might be the key link that they need. He's a big stretch receiver,
Future
right?
first ballot, in my opinion.
Big future first ballot Hall of Famer. Never gotten in any trouble, right? And now he's with a quarterback and with the wide receivers, Smitty,
and Brown.
And Brown.
And Brown might be playing the best football of any receiver.
I think they got the best receiving. Matter of fact, I know. They got the best receiving core next to your Dolphins.
Let's go.
Right? You're on those Maserati Dolphins, right? With Tyreek Hill and Waddle, right? But the Eagles, that's only 2 receivers. Now you got 3.
And you got Swift.
And you got Swift, who's on my fantasy league.
Because the Eagles just pick up great players
They
for
just
nothing.
keep
I don't
picking
know
them
how
up.
they keep doing it.
Yeah, and I wanna say we're kind of almost halfway in the season. I'm gonna go out on maybe not much of a limb, but say I just like the Eagles as going back to the
we said that. Remember early in the year, we got Eagles.
I think the Eagles are going to the Super Bowl, and the more I think about it, if I'm not an Eagles fan, I don't care about the Eagles either way, but they're going to be tough to beat. As you know, they've had a great season so far, and you know they lost the Super Bowl last year. I just feel like they're not going to just go to the Super Bowl. They're going to, I believe, win it. I know it's early on, but
And let's not forget who else they got. The refs.
They got the refs.
You know, I'm still salty about that Dolphins-Eagles game. I'm still salty about that.
Now, me being a Chiefs fan, I'm just going to ask you guys in America one question. If Julio Jones played in the Super Bowl last year with the Eagles, would have won that Super Bowl? If Julio Jones was in that Super Bowl last year?
I don't think he would have been the difference maker in that game.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I think it's
wow.
still. I mean, possibly, but I think the Eagles would still lost. Just the way the game played out, but you never know.
That game was frustrating.
But I want to ask you this now that you're bringing this up. Are you thinking? How are you like? Do you think Kansas City goes back into the Super Bowl again? Is it going to be a rematch? And if so, I mean, we're a little early for this, but if it was Kansas City versus Philadelphia, who wins that game?
JP, I honestly think Kansas City's not going to get there.
No.
Right? I don't know who's going to represent the East. I'm sorry, the AFC. I don't know who's going to represent that. But I agree with you with the Eagles representing the NFC. We are totally 100 with that. What do you think, Seth?
I mean, look at the Bengals. Everyone wrote the Bengals off because they had a very slow start.
Yeah.
But look what they did against the Niners. Look at Burrow.
Yep.
He's playing some of the best football he's ever played.
Yeah, he was hurt early, but yeah, and that's what I was going to say to you is we talked about the AFC being better this year, probably starting off than the NFC, and it kind of switched around and didn't end up playing out that way. And a big part of that was because of Cincinnati and because they were struggling, but they have turned it around.
Absolutely.
So that's why we love the NFL.
I would say my Dolphins, but we can't beat a good team. We're smashing these bad teams. We go play a good team, we get killed.
This is going to be a gut check for your Dolphins right here.
It is.
Going as well as the Chiefs. Great game on Sunday. Played in Frankfurt, Germany, right? And we're going to have Patrick Mahomes. Hope he got over the flu, because I don't know if I'm going to start him this week in fantasy, right? Let alone put some money on him.
Look, I don't wish bad health on anybody, but Mahomes, if you're not feeling well, just sit this game out. Let
hey, Betty, you know what? Since Travis Kelce's big in the news, fellas, let's just say he plays quarterback and Taylor Swift plays tight end. No.
Yeah, so Taylor Swift, it was funny last week when Kansas City lost to Denver and Denver played them at the end of the game. Or played, her music at the end of the game. And then also Travis Kelce, there's in talk, they're like, hey, did he struggle last week because of Taylor Swift? So
exactly.
Taylor Swift has become
shout out to the Broncos.
A huge part of the NFL somehow this year.
Masterclass in trolling. Shout out to the Broncos for that.
Let's do some NCAA, because we only got a few more minutes. Let's go to NCAA recap. Oklahoma.
OU goes down to Kansas, who hasn't beaten them since 1997.
Baby, money line.
1997. You know what's crazy about that game to me? Kansas came out strong.
Yes.
Kind of hit him in the mouth like a boxing match. But then there was the rain delay, and I was like, man, Oklahoma's going to get right? They're going to catch their breath, and Oklahoma's going to bounce back. But it didn't end up being that way. So props to Kansas for coming back after that happening and still punking them like punch for punch.
You're right.
Oklahoma would score.
You're right.
They would score. Oklahoma would score. They go for 2-point conversions each time, man. So
that was a great game. Finished 38-33, right? I took Oklahoma. Should have just had the over in the game. But we've got a brief flash second. So let's just do this one big game that came up, right? Which was Oregon and Utah.
Destroyed Utah. Now, as them beating Florida earlier in the year, you had to have been happy on seeing Utah get destroyed.
I mean, I had the over in the game, Seth, and Utah couldn't score a touchdown for me. 35-6. I just needed one touchdown from Utah, and College Game Day was there, fellas.
I was about to say.
College Game Day was there.
Utah had everything going for it and got punked. Oregon is a great team.
Punched in the mouth.
That just to me shows how good Washington, Oregon are this year.
I had Cal money line over USC, 49-50. Would you have gone for the 2-point conversion to win the game, or would you gone to overtime?
Overtime.
You would have gone to overtime?
Definitely. Now, we have a few minutes before we go to break, and I have my lovely, lovely producer, Anise, that needs to speak something to you, America. Please stay tuned. And Olivia.
Don't forget about Riley and Shoppy. That's buddies. Yay, inclusion, Al.
Inclusion, Olivia.
Come on, Riles. Come on, Shoppy.
Oh, Cal money line cost me so much money.
Come on in, ladies.
What's up, guys? It's Anise, Grace for Cause. How you doing? I'm one of the producers here at 702 Sports. This is one of my partners, Miss Riley Osgaria. She is with Best Buddies Nevada. We were Champion of the Year nominees last year. And we are just getting on, guys, because this weekend at the C.A.R.E Complex, 200 Foremaster will be hosting the C.A.R.E Fair from 8 to 11 a.m., although it does say 9 to 12 p.m. online. We're going to be with Best Buddies Nevada with Skylar, Nick, Kelly, and Riley here. We're going to be doing the No Cooking Show, handing out their Thanksgiving dinner, as well as donations from around the community. Grandma from Best Buddies, we want to thank you for that. And Miss Riley, you got anything to say?
Oh, yeah.
Matthew Perry is an impressive way.
Matthew Perry, we love you. You were one of our favorite and funniest actors on Friends. We're very sad of your passing, but we know that you are with us in spirit. And every time we watch that show, you're going to be sitting with us on the couch, and that's how we roll, isn't it?
It's me, Beckel, loves Matthew Perry.
Oh, Big Al. Riley says you're a big Matthew Perry fan, so we're just giving a shout out to Matthew Perry right now.
Matthew Perry. I did. I watched Friends.
Your microphone, Al. Your microphone.
I'm sorry. I like Matthew Perry. I watched Friends in the early 90s, and he was the only reason why I watched it. Him and, what's her name? Lisa Kudrow, the real tall blonde. Those are my two favorites. Lisa Kudrow and Matthew Perry. So thank you, Riley.
Well, thank you so much, Big Al, for letting us get on and talk about the C.A.R.E Fair this weekend. And we're very excited to see you guys down here Saturday, November 4th from, well, we tell people 9 a.m. to 12, but it really is 8 a.m. to 11. Show up, get your sandwiches, get your donations. We'll have street dogs here, clean the world shower truck, and a couple of Nevada senators. So we'll be seeing you guys soon. Wrapping it up, 702 Sports. See you soon on the sideline.
I want you guys to look at Riley's beautiful sweatshirt.
Riley, you got this from my mother, didn't you? Wakanda forever.
And Riley, what do? Do it. Wakanda. Forever.
All right, guys. 702 Sports on the sideline with Big Al, JP, and our lovely guest, Seth Schorr.
And thank you so much for tuning back in to 702 Sports on the sideline. My man JP here and Seth.
Thanks,
and we're
Big Al.
at the C.A.R.E Complex on 200 Foremaster right off of Main Street. Hold on. Pete. What's up, buddy?
How are you doing today, Al?
Plasma, guess what? You remember last week when I was telling you about that really good-looking ball I seen?
I remember, Al. She was so beautiful, so classy.
Guess what? She's here at the C.A.R.E Complex, buddy.
What? Where is she, Al?
Right over here to your right.
What?
Hello, my name is Disco Baller. I do remember you guys last week from Horse Trailer Hideout. I just showed up here because I love to volunteer at the C.A.R.E Complex. And I'm really into men that hand out donations. Ooh.
I think I am in love. JP, Seth, Al, what do I do? She's so beautiful.
Take your time. Do it right. Take
like
your
that.
time.
I like that. Okay, Al. I am here. I am going to volunteer and donate for the rest of my life to win that beautiful woman.
That's what I want to hear, big boy. Yeah.
Oh, so beautiful. Oh, okay. Back to the show.
And now our special guest Celia will be coming as she just got done passing out coffee and donuts and bananas and donations. And Miss Celia from M.S.B.N Church, which is great, is gonna come now. Yeah.
Come on, yeah.
Hello, how are you doing? Mwah. How are you doing? Thank you so much.
How are you? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
And we're gonna share this microphone, America. It's all about inclusion. We're gonna share it. So, Miss Celia, what made you get into this. What brought you to have such a warm heart, right? To do this for the people here.
We all came from Brazil. So
Brazil.
Microphone. Give her the microphone.
We all came from Brazil. So we saw that we have a second chance over here. And when we noticed that many people here in Las Vegas, unfortunately, because even though it's Las Vegas, people have a lot of difficulty over here. And she's the one that started the project of to help the homeless. So when she started, she invited a lot of people to come. So I volunteer. All of us is volunteer.
Beautiful person you talking about? Who?
She's a Renata.
Please come here. Hey, Renata. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Come on over here, Renata, please.
So she's the one that started the project. She invited a lot of people, so we came and we all volunteer here. We do from our hearts. Then because we're Christian, so we think if the
Praise
Lord is
God.
giving us so many
Praise
things,
God.
so much, why don't we give it to people that need? So we ask for help. We ask for volunteer. We ask for food. We go everywhere when people said, oh, we have something to donate. We go no matter what. If the people want to donate, they just need to call us and we go to them and get everything. We have many people that help us with the sandwich. We have the bagels. We donate bananas.
Can I ask you if someone does want, if they're hearing and they do want to volunteer, how would they go about doing that?
Oh, they just talk to her, call her, or call me. My number is, can I get that? My number is 702-366-6998. They can call me. I talk to them. We meet sometime. We serve hot coffee, cold coffee, juice, bananas, fruits, and everything we can serve over here. Cereal. So now we start the winter. So we're gonna need more donation because now we spend like 10 gallons of milk. We have like 3 cases of bananas. Sometimes, like today, we almost served 320 coffees. So with all the donations, everything's donation. When people don't donate, we buy with our own money. So we ask people to help. If they want to come over here just for help, is welcome as well. So what we do here, it's volunteer. We don't charge, we don't ask for anything
Praise
else,
God.
but we just ask for help because you can see as many people. We served here 400 coffees sometime. And now we start the winter, we're gonna start serve soup, a hot cereal, everything we can serve to them. So that's gonna be our project for this winter because we know many people's in need over here.
And here in
So-
Vegas, the weather drops so dramatically, so quickly as well, too.
Exactly.
You guys looking for clothing articles, gloves,
Yes,
beanies, jackets.
Exactly. We donate everything, clothes, blankets, shoes, everything we get, we bring over here to Harvey, and we come over here every Wednesday. Every Wednesday morning we're here from 6 to 10 if needed, but we're here every Wednesday doing the best we can for the people that's in need. So we appreciate the help. We really ask for donations and fruits, everything they can give to us so we can go there and get it, no matter what you want to give.
You guys are
So-
doing an amazing job for the community.
Thank you so
Amazing
much.
job.
Thank you so much.
Amazing
And
job.
we're really happy because we know that many people come over here and they're really, really grateful so that we come over here. And it's not easy, but anyways, we come because we have this joy in our hearts to see everybody that's having breakfast every Wednesday from us. Thank you guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, and I appreciate it. I hope that.
I guess it just touched me so much. I came here this morning and dropped off 2 bags of clothes, and I'm just like the Spirit just spoke to me. Myself, I'm a Christian man, and something just told me just to whenever we get done filming the show, we'll just come down to 200 Foremaster, right? And we'll just drop clothes.
That's what.
We'll drop clothes. We'll drop our spirit right here. We'll
That's
come see
wonderful.
Harvey. We'll come see you. We'll give hugs. Part of inclusion, the seed
Yes,
of
it is.
love. It leaves no one out. That
Yeah.
means the C.A.R.E Complex. That means everybody.
Exactly.
So I thank you.
Thank you so much,
And you know what?
guys.
To God give the glory, and may God always bless
Yes,
you
He is
and
the
what
one.
you're doing.
Thank you
so much.
Yeah, we praise Him because every Wednesday, sometimes it's hard, but everybody give a little bit. It's gonna be a great job, great service. So I appreciate it, everything.
Well, thank you so
so
much.
much.
God bless you.
bless
Thank
too,
you.
guys.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. Thanks.
Guess what, Harvey? Dun, 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 dun. I don't see a phone in your hand.
Harvey.
The man, the myth, the legend.
Hey, I see Harvey over there in the Lakers gear.
The Laker fan.
Yay!
The Laker fan. Here's the man.
There's the man.
Mr. Harvey. How you doing? How you doing?
All right.
Great. Come get a seat with me, Mr. Harvey. Come get a seat, brother.
So little birdie just told us you're actually part of the West Virginia Hall of Fame for basketball.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Wow.
Yep.
Congratulations for that.
Thank you. I appreciate it. As a high school All-American. Okay, Street and Smith. Anyway, it's not about me. It's about C.A.R.E Complex, and we thank you for coming.
Mm-hmm.
And our mission is to help individuals to achieve a permanent transition from homelessness. Not only that, we do housing also.
Great.
Some of the things that we do here is we do identification assistance. We do a resume. We do RCC bus passes. Okay. We have a locker storage. Okay. They can get mail here if they don't have a place to send their mail. Hygiene products. The computers also. And we do water and feeding, which you already know. 7 days a week for feeding. Homeless to home program. What that consists of is this. That on our home to home program, number one, you must have a job, an income. You get your own place, we pay the deposit.
Wow.
Okay? That's what we do.
That's awesome.
Wow.
That's what we do.
Did you hear that? They will pay the deposit. That's normally the hard part of getting on your feet. You know what I mean?
It is.
First month and last month.
Yes.
God bless you, Mr.
And that's why
Hart.
we do the home to home program, and we do the IDs so they can present to get their own place. Clothing, hygiene, we do the whole works, and we do it 7 days a week.
Now, that is inclusion.
Okay.
That is inclusion.
7
I'm so
days
touched.
a week.
Now, you know one thing, Mr. Harvey, I seen, look at this right here. Turn around, lovely producer. You got United Healthcare.
Yes. we do.
Healthcare.
Insurance.
Please explain that to America,
Yeah,
please.
they do insurance. You know, where they can have insurance. And
Medicaid.
whether you go to Medicaid, Medicare, you know, and that's what they do, individuals. Most of the time, they do 65 and over for seniors, which is good. And we call in veterans, just everybody. Okay? And that's what we do here. This is one of our volunteers. She does the clothing.
Yes.
Daily.
Your name, ma'am? Devon, beautiful name. Beautiful name.
Yep, and we have a medical facility also that has Medicaid, Medicare.
Okay.
And we have a facility that we go to, we transport, and we take them daily. Okay?
That is so great. Mr. Harvey, doing it for the Las Vegas community. I mean, really, really doing it for the Las Vegas community and for the seniors and for the veterans. I mean, you can't get more bigger than that. You know what I mean? It's got me all choked up, right, Seth? Right, JP?
Absolutely.
You know, JP, you being a veteran, you know what I mean? And Seth, just being a good human being that you are, isn't that amazing?
And one thing before I moved here about 7 years ago, is a lot of people who don't live in Vegas don't realize how much of a community Vegas really is. You know, people think of the Strip, they think of Fremont Street, and they don't understand there's a lot more to it. And I think the Golden Knights, when they came to town, I think that was a big part of it. You can't go anywhere without seeing a Golden Knights shirt or a Golden Knights banner on someone's house. And people like you are so important to the community to bring us all together, and you're helping out so much. And, you know, we can't thank you guys enough for honestly everything you guys do.
Thank you.
Because, you know, Mr. Harvey, I've lived here since 1978. I was 8 years old when I came here from Chicago, me and my mother. So I've seen the maturation, right, around town. As a child, I lived near the Strip. Then as a teenager, we moved over there, bless you, we moved over there on Washington and Rancho. So I've been on the west side of the community, coming down here in North Las Vegas. So I've seen how sometimes the poverty could be down here in North Las Vegas. And when people come to Vegas, a lot of my people that I know, they're out of towners, they say they don't even think about the community part of it. They think that we're just locals spending money all the time, like we live in Beverly Hills or something. You know what I mean?
We just live on the strip.
In this matrix type of facade. But there are, again, like I always say, it is not about the people who got paper and people who got money. It's about people who are reaching out to people and people loving people, like Mr. Harvey here, that just brought my spirit out. I just want to say thank you, brother.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, because as soon as you get up, you're gonna have to come back down. You know what I mean? So Mr. Harvey is doing his best to keep people from not going down and keeping them in the middle, where we all need to be, where our heart, and have our hearts, sky's the limit.
And one thing I want to mention, that the founder is Mike Swecker. He pulled me in as a volunteer, and then I become a volunteer coordinator, and not only that, caretaker, and just a host of things. And I love it. You know, I love doing this because I've needed help myself before at times. You know,
Is there a way, if someone wants to reach out to you, do you handle that on the volunteer? You talked about being a volunteer coordinator.
Yes, I do.
What's a way for
I am the coordinator for volunteers.
Is there a phone number where they can reach you, Mr. Harvey, please?
I do not have my card with me right now.
Okay.
I don't give out my personal number.
Is there a website?
That's good.
But yes, there is C.A.R.E. And she has all that.
You can always just Google C.A.R.E Las Vegas too.
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead. Can you pass the mic to her, Mr. Harvey?
My name is Devon.
Yes, ma'am.
And I am homeless. I stay over at the center.
Okay.
And I met Mr. Harvey about a month ago. And my heart is to help him. And I help the people that's over there as well. And homeless don't have income. It don't have an education. It doesn't. And we go into a situation that we have no idea. But my heart is open. That's why I'm here helping Mr. Harvey, to help them over there.
Thank you
It's
so
not
much.
about me, because I'm going to be okay. I got my education, but some of these people do not.
Yes, ma'am.
And because of him, he makes me stronger to help them over there. So.
Amen. That's awesome.
And we love you, and she always watches Shakti every time we come, and we're super grateful for you and the treats you give her and making sure that she has water. I did want to mention one other thing. We are raising funds right now, $2,400 for a community garden greenhouse that we will be building in front of the watering hole here at the C.A.R.E Complex. If you go to creationforcause.com, support the cause, you can scroll down, click on the donation button. All funds go to the C.A.R.E Complex. It's a 501c3, so it is a tax write-off if you're worried about that. As soon as we raise the $2,400, we are going to be emailing everyone and throwing a paint and plant party, so you guys can come on down, decorate the greenhouse, and help feed the community with the vegetables. So thank you guys.
Anise, wasn't you saying something that's going to be happening this Saturday?
Yeah, so this Saturday.
It's really big.
It's really, really big.
Really big.
Every first Saturday of the month, Creation for Cause comes down here with street dogs, Clean the World shower truck, and Best Buddies, which we set up the No Cooking Show. It's a service event for the homeless. They can come here, they can get showers, they can get hygiene products, they can get clothing that we collect from the community, blankets, food will be the No Cooking Show. The Best Buddies are going to be doing a Thanksgiving edition for you guys. And what else, Harvey? What else?
Shower truck, and we have, from what I understand, we have a new group coming with Channel 3 and Channel 13.
Channel 3 and Channel 13.
I think we're going to have 2 state senators.
2 state senators. It's a big care fair this weekend, guys. So come on down to 200 Foremaster. We say get here at 8 o'clock, 8 to 11, but it really goes 9 to 12. But we usually, wrap up around that.
And I have one more person I want to introduce.
Yes, sir. How you doing? How you doing, brother? Praise God.
That comes
Big
over.
JP, Seth.
Nice to meet you guys.
Very nice to meet you.
All right, how you guys doing? My name is Amir Brister. I work for the Empowerment Resource Center of Southern Nevada. I basically come out here to provide all the people in need of free resources. We help them out with finding housing. We help them out with free counseling, free transportation, free bus passes, stuff like that. So that's what I'm here for, and it's very helpful. I get a lot of people help and away from this courtyard and with the good resources that they need. So that's
Thank
my
you,
job
Amir.
here.
Thank you so much.
He's a local hero here in the community.
Wow,
Thank you so
hero,
much, sir.
big
Thank you so
time.
much. Well, I'm going to
Big time.
give
Thank
you guys
Mr.
back the
Amir.
mic. I'm going
Thank
to
you.
continue the show, and I'll get back behind the camera. Harvey, we love you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Mr. Hart.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, bro. All right. So as you see, America, Las Vegas, we talk sports because there's a lot of things coming through Vegas. The roads of glory I talked about with the Raiders and the Knights and the Aces and the A's coming, right? But on the flip side of it, and the major flip side of it, is community. Vegas started as just a hole in the desert. And with Hoover Dam being here and the Nevada test site being here, it's brought people out of town from here. Now that Vegas is established through gambling and gaming, that's great. But we need to talk about what? Community. Community. People make the world go round. There are people here that give a care, that care for people. So if you want to always find out about it, tune in to 702 Sports. 30 minutes community, 30 minutes sports. Best buddies, proud supporters. They are part of the community. Inclusion, that means everyone's included. And I just want to say that, and I'm very grateful for JP coming back, being part of all of this from the beginning, from the ground one. Seth now is a seed in our 702 family, right? And he will be with us, growing with us. Sorry that Faison can't be here. He had a family emergency, but we'll be seeing him. He's still planting in this fertile ground that we have. This is our 9th episode. 10th episode. Thank you, my lovely producer, Anais.
You're welcome.
And we're going to take a commercial break, and we will be back in 2 and 2. Thank you for your time. We'll see you soon.
Go Blue.
Ba 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 ba.
We turned it into the Michigan show. I like it. Go Blue.
Go Blue.
Is Big Al a Michigan fan now?
No, he's a Florida Gator fan. That's okay. Michigan's got no problem with Florida. We've beaten them more than we've ever lost.
They have beaten us.
Yes, they have.
They've beaten us in the bowl game.
It's all good.
But no. Go Gators. No.
And Charles Woodson, for the Raiders, played best Michigan player I've ever seen in my lifetime. So
yes,
shout out to Charles Woodson.
Shout out to Charles Woodson, because I think I heard he lives here, right? I heard he took a residency, a part residency. He got some businesses out here. But look, let's go with the college football playoff rankings that came out yesterday.
Oh my.
Woo!
Oh my. JP rocking the throwback Michigan. So Michigan number 3. How do you feel about that, JP?
It's not. I think Michigan should be 2, and I think Georgia should be 1, and Ohio State should be 4. But that's just my opinion. It's not going to matter because Michigan's going to beat Ohio State. I've said it since the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And I was actually saying 2 weeks ago I watched the Penn State Ohio State game, and I clearly, you talked a little bit. We talked pre-show about how Michigan hasn't really had that tough of opponents, but when you watch them on the field, the way they played every single game, and the way I saw Ohio State play against Penn State and Ohio State's played against other teams, Michigan will beat both those teams. And it's a rivalry game with them and Ohio State, so you just never know. But Michigan has lost or beaten Ohio State when they were the worst team. But this year they're the better team, whether they win or lose. But and if I was a Georgia fan, I'd be irritated. And I've heard this. I mean, Georgia was number 1 all year.
Haven't lost a game.
28.
What?
Doesn't matter how good or bad they've looked during that. They've still won. How they're not number 1?
And these teams, they don't pick their schedule. They don't pick who they're playing against. Michigan's dominating everybody. Georgia dominating everybody. And Ohio State, they've looked mediocre against some good teams.
They have. Me, myself, Florida State. They got Florida State running the table.
They got to win out.
I'm sitting over here like Florida State is taking a loss because they're going to play my Gators.
Yep.
Right, and that's a big rivalry.
Coming to the swamp.
I got Michigan. Michigan has beaten Ohio State the last 2 years. You know how I know that? Because my trash can knows it, okay? Because I've had Ohio State, okay? So, myself, once Michigan beats Ohio State, sorry, Buckeye Nation, Michigan will be number 1. Georgia, if they lose to Missouri this week, because Missouri only has one loss,
we're calling that upset alert.
Upset alert. And I just got this where Michigan will be number 1.
But who do you like in that game? We talked about the Georgia game. Who wins Georgia-Missouri? Who you think?
I'm taking Missouri with the upset. You're hearing it now. You are hearing it now from me.
I want the upset, but I think Georgia wins it.
I'm not taking Missouri with the upset.
You are hearing
Georgia
it now.
wins.
Georgia wins that.
Georgia wins the game, but I hope you're right. I hope I'm wrong.
Al, how do you feel about some Pac-12 rounding at the 5th and 6th spot? Washington and Oregon.
Now, Washington, see, because we talked about this, Seth, right? America, it's all about strength of schedule because you have 2 polls, the AP poll and the coaches poll, right? And they have a whole bunch of voters on that. So the AP poll looks for strength of schedule, right? And the strength of schedule is what's big. Well, the other poll is quality wins, right? Now, Washington had a quality win against Oregon, right? If USC would have been undefeated because they dropped, because in the last segment we had not taking care of business.
Nope.
And USC hasn't been. So,
but you got to remember in that game too, the Washington-Oregon game, it wasn't like it was a close game. Oregon calls a couple. I mean, they go 4th down a couple times late. Might have been the difference of the game, by if they hadn't done that. So so those 2 teams might be 2 of the best, if not the best football teams in college football, actually.
I mean, I would have just really, I could have a better case of an argument if USC would have been still undefeated. Because this game would have been undefeated Washington with undefeated USC.
Yep.
You kind of see what I'm saying? So Washington, I'm hoping they can get up to number 2. But what other quality win? Because they got Michael Penix Jr., right, who's right next to your quarterback for the Heisman. Last 2 weeks ago, Michael Penix was number 1.
JJ.
Now JJ McCarthy's number 1. Penix is number 2. So I'm here to say this: if Ohio State beats Michigan and Washington wins outright, that trophy, right? That trophy is going to MP3, right? Michael Penix. But that's here nor there. But as far as the college football playoff, Michigan should be number 1. Ohio State should be number 2. Georgia can stay at 3, and Florida State's cool at 4. I'm cool with that. I just think that quality wins and strength of schedule. So wherever your team is out there, America, look at the quality win and look at the strength of schedule, and you'll get your own answer.
Let's talk about 7, 8, and 9. I think that's the most debated right now. We have Texas, Alabama, Oklahoma in that order. Texas ranked above Oklahoma. I mean, the math's not mathing to me.
But I think the reason is, as much as I don't like when a team beats the other team head-to-head and they're actually above them necessarily, but because if Oklahoma had lost last week, there would be no conversation, but they lost to Kansas. That's a worse loss than Texas losing.
Texas has that win
Oklahoma
against Alabama on the road. I think
that makes the difference.
That's the big difference, I think so as well, too.
You are so right. I mean,
And I wish Tennessee had to beat Alabama. We won't talk about that.
And if Alabama dominates LSU, watch for them number 5 spot, number 6 spot. They're going to creep up there. They're going to creep up there somehow, some way. Nick Saban revenge, missing the playoffs twice in 2 years in a row.
Until they lose against LSU.
You think they're going to lose to LSU this weekend? Okay.
But
okay.
I'm rooting.
Now we have a special guest. We have Riley. Who has been hearing all this college football. We love Riley. And guess what, America? Riley is a Cowboy fan.
That's what I heard.
And Seth heard that.
Riley, I'm not even a Cowboy fan at all. I mean, I don't hate the Cowboys, but I heard you were coming here, and I heard you were a big Cowboys fan, so how about a Cowboys hat for you?
That's so nice.
Say, we them boys.
Here's another hat.
Put it on, Riley. Put the hat on. Seth, put it on her so she don't drop the mic.
There we go. Looks good. Looks
good.
Let's go.
Hey, Uncle David.
Thank you, Seth.
Go
That was so
Cowboys.
warm.
You guys gonna beat the Eagles this weekend?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, inclusion, America. No one gets left out. No one.
Is Big Al gonna come my birthday?
Yeah.
Big Al, I forgot to tell you.
What?
Guys, it's Riley's 22nd birthday.
22nd?
September 14th.
Oh, wow, your birthday's coming.
Oh, wow.
Thanks.
We will be there, 702. We will be there, boogieing down for Riley's 22nd. I missed it last year, but I ain't missing this year.
Cowboys, you got to win for her birthday. Cowboys,
Yes.
you got to. Jerry, you know what to do.
But I think Philadelphia wins that game.
Sadly, you're probably right.
Yeah, I got
Sadly, you're probably
Philly
right.
winning that game. But look, let's talk about the preview for this week's roller coaster of games. Hear that? We have roller coaster ride of games, up and down. First, we're gonna go with in college football, the big game, the Battle of Bedlam.
Might be the last Bedlam number 2.
Battle of Bedlam. It is at Stillwater, Oklahoma. It's Oklahoma versus Oklahoma State. Oklahoma just lost against Kansas. And this is the way how they can get back into this thing. But you were telling me about Oklahoma State's running back, Gordon. Speak, brother.
I mean, Ollie Gordon, this guy has been lighting up these last 3 weeks. And to be honest, Oklahoma's not been lighting it up on the defensive side. Look at these last 3 stats, these last 3 games. Oklahoma's given up 225 rushing yards to Kansas, 154 to UCF, 163 to Texas. That is not a good formula when you're playing the best running back in college football right now. Look at these last 3 games for Ollie Gordon. Against Cincinnati, 271 yards and a touchdown.
Wow.
Against West Virginia, 282 yards and 4 touchdowns.
Wow.
Against Kansas, who just beat, you know who, 168 yards and another touchdown. This guy is playing lights out.
It's almost 900 yards in 3 games.
Crazy.
That's like a season.
But let's not forget, Oklahoma State versus Oklahoma record has been atrocious. 118th matchup. Look at this record here. We got 91 wins, 19 losses, and 1 draw.
Wow.
Oklahoma owns Oklahoma State. But this is a different Oklahoma State team.
It is.
It's a different Oklahoma State team.
So who do you think wins?
It's hard to bet against Oklahoma when they're playing Oklahoma State. And Mike Gundy's record as a head coach against Oklahoma has been atrocious.
You need my man Mike Gundy?
It's a
I'm
bounce.
sorry. I'm
Bounce.
sorry.
40.
He's
Bounce.
3-15 against
Bounce back
Oklahoma.
game for Oklahoma. I like Oklahoma in that game.
Yes, I
Sounds
love a good team off a loss.
I like Oklahoma
love
too.
a good team off a loss.
I like Oklahoma too. OU.
Venables up
Oh,
next.
you.
Sorry, Texas audience.
You got to stop the run, Oklahoma. You got to stop the run. If Ollie Gordon goes off, he's going to eat the clock. He's going to get those touchdowns.
Right.
Get
So-
the ball out of Oklahoma's offense.
So who do we like in the LSU Alabama
There
game?
we go.
I mean, this game's important for both teams. This is an elimination game. You can't have 2 losses and expect to get into the playoffs. So, I mean, I'm taking Alabama. I know LSU's offense has been lighting it up, but their defense has been absolutely atrocious. This could be a high-scoring game.
And it's at
Yep.
home. Alabama's at home.
The over 60.5.
And Nick
I'm taking
Saban don't want to lose to
Taking
LSU
it.
2 years in a row.
Cash
I'm
money.
gonna pick LSU just because I'm rooting for them. I think Alabama's gonna win, but I'm rooting for LSU.
You just
so I'm
don't like
gonna
Nick
say-
Saban, do you?
No, but it's easy not to
people.
like Alabama, but I can't stand Saban, of course.
I'm
That's
taking
most
the
people.
over
Even
in
though
the
he's the
game.
best college coach
I'm
ever.
hammering the over.
The over 60.5.
I'm going to
You know
mortgage
why?
my house.
Because LSU's defense is ranked last.
And,
Right,
and we're
horrible.
running out of time, but Kansas State, Texas is 2 of the best defense. Well, they're the 2 best defenses. They're very similar to each other in the Pac-12. I'm sorry, Pac-12.
And Kansas State
the Big
been
12.
flying under the radar. They only have 1 conference loss. They've been dominating these last few games.
I think Kansas State beats Texas.
I see it happening.
Texas
too.
has their backup quarterback. Sorry, Texas audience,
Which is
because it
another-
feels like maybe that I don't really care about Texas one way or the other, but I think they get another loss.
That's another reason I was shocked that they're ranked above them right now. With Quinn Ewers out, we don't know how long he's going to be out for.
I'm gonna go with the bookies. I'm going with hook 'em horns. I like Malik Murray. Tall brother quarterback, can see up the field. They've got lots of weapons. Worthy's their wide receiver. I like Texas at home. I think this is where Texas gets Kansas State. Plus, I bet against Kansas State, and they got me. So guess what, Texas? Give me my money back. Let's go hook 'em horns
And
against the
go-
Cats.
Because Malik Murphy didn't look that good his last. This is his second start over. So
I just like all the weapons that Texas got. This is a big game, and I like them being at home.
And
now,
so for UNLV running Rebs, hopefully they get a bounce back win.
Oh yeah, hopefully we get that win back again.
New Mexico's at New Mexico, but
We'll win.
yeah, they'll win.
We got
that.
that.
UNLV's got it.
honestly, they should have won that game. They look much better of a team, but those turnovers in the second half were horrendous.
We got a couple minutes left. Let's go to the NFL. What games do we like in the NFL?
Okay. We talked about Cowboys, Eagles. We already talked about that check. Bills, Bengals. I like the Bengals at home.
Absolutely.
They've gotten their act together.
Absolutely.
Bengals at
Oh,
home.
what a big game!
How about the first game ever in Germany? Dolphins, Chiefs.
Dolphins, Chiefs.
First game ever.
Dolphins, Chiefs.
Dolphins got to prove themselves. They haven't beat
I like the Dolphins.
Well, you know I like the Dolphins.
They're not going into Kansas City and winning that
No,
game,
it's
by
in
the way.
Germany.
Yeah.
Yeah, first game ever in Germany for the NFL. Mahomes sick. You got to fly across the country when you have a flu.
I'm taking the Chiefs to be different.
I cannot go against my Dolphins, but we have to win a good team.
Here's a good
Otherwise-
chalk bet for you guys. Ready? The Bears been looking horrible since Fields been gone. They got to come down to the Bayou and play my Saints. Yes, I have two favorite teams, Chiefs and Saints. And guess what? It's hard to win at home, especially in the Superdome, right? Saints -7. That is Big Al's mortgage maker.
And
Take the Saints.
who wins the World Series? Texas up 3-1. I think it's over.
This might be the slowest or least talked
Texas.
about World Series in recent memory. I mean,
And actually, I just read it's the worst TV ratings the last two games.
atrocious.
Ever
No one's talking about them
for the World Series.
Rangers can clinch tonight. Let's go Rangers. Now, let's just say one good thing about VGK Knights.
Oh my God.
9-1
hockey,
start.
go
Oh my
Knights.
gosh.
9-1
And that only
start.
loss was, as you say, overtime loss against the Blackhawks,
Yep.
or else they would be 10-0.
If we don't go back-to-back champions, this season's been a wash. I mean, they look like
Repeat.
the best team in.
And one thing that
I'm
I
liking the
heard,
repeat.
Riley, right here, met Jack Eichel. She was at the game. And
I
met
heard
Jack
Idol wanted a photo
Eichel.
with you. I heard Idol sought you and wanted a photo with you.
That just touched me. That just touched me. See, Riley is part of 702 Sports. Yeah, she's with us. She's on site, on location with the athletes. Go, Riley, baby.
Let's go.
I donated $40,000 to Best Buddies. It was incredible.
Wow. Thank you, Mr. Eichel. Thank you so much, VGK, Mr. Eichel. Thank you. And hopefully soon we'll be interviewing you. Hopefully. Thank you so much. And this will wrap up our 10th. We already in our anniversary edition. Our 10th edition, 10th episode, right? And next week is going to be great. It's going to be really great. I just want to hold on to the surprise. But I just want to tell you thank you. Thank you for tuning in to 702 Sports. Again, we are at the C.A.R.E Complex, right, which is located on 200 Foremaster, right off of Foremaster and Main Street. And God bless and be safe. Thank you.
Peace.
Goodbye.
Good show, guys. Good show. That was a great show, actually.